about this. Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basic. What y'all gonna do is how we do a text, baby. Man, it looks back. You know this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Practical word preach on. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is the only place you ever go get it. Only place you ever go get it. Only place you ever go get it. Let me calm down. Only place you ever go get it is right back to basic. Y'all gonna do society do text, baby. Man, it looks back. You know this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Practical word preach on. You know I'm getting tired of seeing this. That you got this Jake, whatever his name is Jake Mason. Let me say this. I love all women. I love black women, white women, Asian women. Women is women. This is what, as black people, we need to stop doing. Look, everybody got their own preference. Some people are not like black women. That's fine. Some people do. You got some people like black men, some other race of women like black men, some other race of women don't like black men. You got some other races of women like white men, and some other race of women don't like white men. I get tired of this shit, man. Why is it that? I don't know what it is, but nobody says nothing about. Let's look at the word feminist. Nobody said nothing about this stuff. Nobody says nothing. Where the so-called white women inspiration at when this guy named Charles Forward came up the term feminist? Oh, that's right. They don't say a damn word. They didn't say nothing. See, this is why I don't have no love. Look at this man. Look at this man, Charles Forward. Look at this guy. This is a Frenchman. And French corner with Martin, whatever his name is, Charles Forward, and French Charles Forward in French, and 7 April 1772, and 10 October 1837. Was a French philosopher and was influenced early in socialist thinking. Later was associated with the utopia socialists. Some of the forwards social and immortal. Man, it pissed me off. I don't hear none of my people speak about this man. I never hear white guys speak about this. Oh, that's right. They knew all this all the whole damn time. Black men don't speak about that. See, black women know that black men don't control anything. Well, sister, there's a real reason for this. And I'm going to say this many a times because the Ku Klux Klan are the rich old Knight Templars anyway. You might not believe me, but there's this guy. I don't know what his name is. This is a white guy. If you don't believe me, look up to him. Look what he said. See, they too damn scared, don't want to say, okay, we're being lied to. Yeah, you got black men being lied to, white men being lied to, Asian men being lied to, every other race of men being lied to, white women, they've been lied to, black women been lied to, but they are so afraid of saying this. Look what it says. In some of forwards of social and mental value views hold to be realistic in his lifetime and has been in mainstream thinking in modern society. Forward is for insurance and credit with having originate the word feminist in 1837. Forward a social view and the pin poses it inspired a whole movement of international community. Along them in United States are the community of Utopia, Ohio. See, they got to explain this to me. And Lateral Reunion near the present day Dallas, Texas. North American and Axville in Red Bank, New Jersey. Brook Farm in West Roxbury, Massachusetts, where Natalie Handley Thorne was one of the founders. So he one of the founder of the goddamn movement and the community place and the Soda Bay and actually and Fat and National in New York State and several others. Later forward inspired a divide and readily of the revolution thinking and writers. Why this not been talking about? This man came from and born in Bacon, France, and he died in Paris, France. This is same stuff. This utopia. If you don't know what utopia is, they talk about a place, a good place, a good place. They're talking about instead of saying utopia, is Europtopia. It's this racistology that these people think that somehow they are the Aryan race. They are the master race. Why do they think like that? They think like that because of this guy named Max Ruhr and Hitler. It's because of that. You got whites to this day are still afraid to say it. No, you need to say this stuff. Nobody wants to deal with this damn crap. Let me say to this. How would you feel if somebody raping you and hurt you? You wouldn't like it, would you? Wouldn't you? Let me say to this. I don't condone hate anybody. But show the true meaning of the white culture. Why is it says that this Frenchman, we thought that the word feminist, it came from this French man. It didn't came from no French woman. It came from this guy right here. And French and medically Charles Forward. This guy right here. I mean, y'all got to kidding me. Look what it says when he said, oh, that right here. Forward was also a supporter of women's rights in the time period when influence like of Clef and Jacques of Rodelet or and Prevalent and Forward Forward believed that all important jobs should be open to women on the base of skill and attitude rather than closed on accounts of genders. He spoke of women as individual, not half-human couple. Forward saw that tradition marriage could potentially hurt women's rights as human beings and through never married. Written before the advocate the term heterosexual. I mean, homosexuality. That's what it says. Homosexuality. Written before the advocate of the term homosexuality, Forward recognized that both men and women have a wide range of sexual needs and 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 reference which may change throughout their lives, including the same-sex sexuality and reality. He argued that the sexual expression should be enjoyed as long as people are not abused, and that the fermented ones are different can actually enhance a social integration. Forward concern was to liberate in every human individual, men and women and child, and two cents and education and liberty of human and passion. So there's a real reason why this stuff has not been talked about. I'm gonna ask you white women, why this not been talking about? How come why white men are not talking about this? How come black women don't know nothing about this? I tell you why they don't want to talk about it, because they live in constant goddamn fucking fear. And people live in rational fear. See, I get tired of hearing about this tension between the black men and the black men and the black woman. I know why black men and black women like this, because none of them don't want to admit when they're wrong. Let me say to this. My mother told me when I was coming up and when I was 14 years old, she said, son, sometimes in this life women want a certain type of man. And you know what she's telling me? She's telling me of the choices that women will make. And women hate when they're wrong. They hate when they admit it. I'm sorry. It's the same way if a man do something wrong, men need to be 100% men. Because why is it that that's not been talking about in the black community? Why is it that it's not been talked about in the white community? You know why? We're being lied to, and we don't want to admit. But see, we want to live in a lie. For all you sisters out there, look at this brother up. This white brother. Yeah, look what it says. and French and matches it, Charles Forward. This came from a goddamn Frenchman. That means he came up this term before he died, and women didn't came up with this concept themselves. When Anthony Casey killed her first child, where these so-called white women inspiration at? Where these so-called sisterhood and inspiration sisterhood at? They were nowhere to be found. That goes to show me, fuck these feminists. They a fucking joke. Let me say this. Women don't deserve being raped. Raping is wrong. But you want to know why men rape women? Because they know that women don't like sex. There you have it. They say women like it rough. And I don't agree with that. But ask these convict men in prison why they rape women, and they're going to tell you this is why. Sex came from rape. Even in porno industry, there are women being exploited every single day. There was this white woman trying to speak for the half of the women to leave trying to get the women to leave the sex industry. But guess what? They ain't left. They still in there. One woman can left, but many of them still in there because they want to be in that space so bad. Let me say to this, man. Black men and black women need to make their differences. I'm going to say this from black men. If you're not into black women, that's fine. If black women not into black men, that's fine. But have you noticed I never hear a white woman say, I'm tired of white men, so I might as well go with a black man? You ever notice that? You ever notice that? You never hear that shit. You never hear that. Why is it that you always hear black women always say, because they know black men don't control no banking system. They know that black men don't have any goddamn fucking thing. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Y'all don't got nothing to say, but I forgot. There's what's her name was? I forgot her name was. Her name is Dorothy Daniels. She was a singer, and I think Halle Berry played her. She been abused by white men. Now black men abuse women. Now, why I love black women, man? Look what this guy say, because white guys do shit just as much as we do. The first original abusers is the Neanderthals, the goddamn white men, the goddamn Caucasian men. They have nothing to say about that. See, they got their picks, who they like and who they don't like. And I hate when women do that shit right there. Now, every other race of men abuse women. Latino men abuse women. Asian men abuse women, Middle East men abuse women, black men abuse women, and especially white men. Don't think they don't do it. Because if they do, if they don't, they be lying to you. Go look at Tracy Morgan's story about a white woman, being snatched in the goddamn fucking street and stomped the shit out of her, and it was a goddamn white man on top of that. There's another story about a white guy had 80 wives. All white supremacy is that white people think that they are the master race. You want to know why they think they're the master race? Because they've been told that they come from a place of Atlantis, that a place don't even exist. If these people come from Atlantis, then why is it that they trying to dress like black folks, try to act like it, and then they first want to say, well, blacks don't have no culture. That's the first thing they say. I thought what they're gonna say. They know hip-hop started from the African-American community. They know that we created rock and roll. They know we created jazz, R&B, and funk. They know that we created those things. They know we created the damn oo-wop era. The original drums is the African drums. It wasn't started from Europe. It started from Africa. It didn't start from Asia. It started from Africa. They want you to think that, but you know what? Whose fault is this? The man named Charles Darwin. This motherfucker. Yeah, Charles Darwin that came up with the concept of the term Caucasian. Why that's not been talking about? Because black women scared. They are scared. They don't want to say that, but come on. What makes whites anything that damn special? Whites are not special. Just like black is not special. And I don't give a damn people get mad at me for saying that because it is true. And this white guy make it seem like, but yet white guys been disagreed their women just as much before we did. And black women know it. They don't want to say it, but I'm sorry, it's the truth. Look how it says of the term Caucasian race. Look how it said it. It had 8 different features what they define what a white person looks like. Look what it says. Caucasian race, also a Caucasoid or probably of Europeanoid, is a text of the history of use to describe in the physical or archetype of some or all of the population of Europe, North Africa, the Horns of Africa, West Asia, Central Asia, and South Asia. The term was used in frequent knowledges for many people from those regions, regardless of the necessary to skin tone. The first introduced in the early racial science and to etymologists, and the text have historically been used to denote one of the 3 main races: Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Negroid of humanity. All through its relatively with and uterate are despite by many anarchists a Caucasoid as a biological classification remains its use, and partly within the fields of the robots and ideologists who came up with the term Caucasian. But it really came from this man, and his name is what? Charles Minty, whatever his name, Charles Minty. They got some funny names. He's a German philosophy, and born in a world shape, in support and anthropologist theory of human origins. Yeah. He went to the same college, and guess what he said right here. Mentally split the mankind in 2 divisions, which he labeled the beautiful white race and the ugly black race. Yes, folks. He said that, folks. He said that. He mentally split mankind in 2 divided, which he labeled the beautiful white race and the ugly black race. In medically book, the outlines of an outline the history of mankind. He claimed that a main charismatic of race is either or the beauty or the ugliness. He viewed only the white race as beautiful. He considered the ugly race as an inferior and immortal and animal-like. He claimed that the black ugly people are distinguished from the white beautiful people by their a lack of validity and their horrible veins. That's just the most stupid shit I ever heard in my life. You know why they think that black people are the most ugliest race? The reason why they think that is because, again, it got a lot to do with Georgian. They trying to say the Georgian is the most beautiful race from part of the European, and then you got Russian, then you got Sweden, then you got Germans, Irish. See, you got light-skinned German on one end. That's European or white American. It's so fucking stupid. No wonder why white people been used. And then you got the European Americans who mix with Mongols. See, that's it, the dirty whites. You see what I'm saying? But they don't want to admit they got some black blood in them. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. The reason why they don't want to admit it is because they created this scientific racism. I can see blacks that created this shit. No, whites created it. The people, the white elite like Rothschild and Rockefeller and all of them, they created this stuff. But black women will never speak about that. They'll shut their fucking mouth shut and don't say a word. And I get tired the way they always say, well, And I bet you they don't know this. They know this. Look what Mendeleev write that the novel race was the Celtic. They are undoubtedly to in question and probably the part of the world are more sensitive to the heat in the cold, and the Denali is the show by the way they are selected about way they eat. So they care for what they eating, but make sure they get thin and thinner. So they care the main concern about their health. That's what they're saying. As long as they can maintain their health, they live more longer in this lifespan. That's what they're saying. Medically claimed Slavic are inferior races. See, that's the first race. The first slave, Slavic. Slavics are an inferior race, unless sensitive and content with eating rough food, mean junk food, and describe the story of the Slavic eating the poison utterly without coming to any harm. He claimed that the medication technician was also backwards, much as the Slavic uh, bake sick people in ovens and then make them roll into the snow. So I guess they make them run into the snow. Below Slavics are the people of the Middle East and Asia, all of them intelligence and of evil in disposition, which goes together with a lack of element in sensibility medically larger with entitled to research on the validate in human nature in 1815. He studied in the sexologist of any race and claimed that the African Negroid have undoubtedly a strong and practically sex drive. Basically, we can't control our fucking sperm. That is what they're fucking saying. They are saying that we can't control our sperm. They're trying to say we're a sperm donor. That's what they're saying. And everybody knows white guys got the lowest sperm. Everybody knows it. Even black women know it. Look at and practically sex drive while only the white Europeans have it just right. Basically, they making love. Come on, man. Look how they describe a food cake is basically angel food cake. Angel food cake is basically means white. But a devil's food cake is black. They hypocrites. White Americans are hypocrites. They always talk about they hate blacks. But why are you dance like black folks, white folks? Why do you dress like black folks? You wear your fucking do-rag and you pansec and fuck y'all. Y'all are hypocrites, man. Y'all gonna look back in a couple more years later and y'all gonna say, this is what we want to be represent? Because they're gonna think all of us think the way we are. Hitler really fucked up Europe. I hate to say it. He really did. He really did. Hitler really did fuck up Europe. To this day, white folks are still scared of Hitler. To this day, fuck Hitler. Fuck everything he stands for, and you idiots want to support him, y'all damn fools. If Hitler was here, he wouldn't piss on your ass if your ass is on fire. He'll let a white guy burn into the death. Y'all better grow up, man, because look what it says. The outlook of history of mankind in 1785. Mendeleev term was given wide and circulated in the 1790 by Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, a German philosopher, a German professor of medication, and the members of the British Royal Society, who considered one of the founders of the discipline and ontologists. Yeah, he one of the founding members. But look what it says right here. Here's why he got the name Georgia. Two races, and Ratars, and this is what he said. It sounds bullshit, but this is what it says. Caucasian and Mongol. He considered Caucasian to be more physical attractive than Mongols. Notice because they have the palest skin. Europeans also more sensitive and more validated and invasive than Mongols. Later he would make is familiar and discreet within the Caucasian group, and notice that the Georgians are the most Georgian, not Georgian, excuse me, and considered that the Germans are the most attractive and violate the people of the earth. The term Caucasian derived from the Southern Caucasus region and Trans-Caucasian region, or what are now the countries are Armenian, Azadian, and Georgian, because he considered the people of this region to be the archetype and tautologist and neotype for the group. Yeah, look what he said. Look what he said. And also he said this Caucasian variety. I took the name of this variety from the mountain and the carcass. I can't believe they really believe that. They really believe that. They really do believe that, man. Look how bullshit it is. I gotta laugh, man, but I bet you this white guy don't talk about none of this stuff. And it's not their fault, but you know what I smell? I smell bullshit because they came up with this concept. It's bullshit. Look what it says. The Caucasian, man, I laugh, man, because it's funny to me. It's funny. It's funny. Why we don't talk about this? The Caucasian variety. I take the name of this variety from the Mount of the Caucasus, both because it's the neighborhood and probably it's the southern slope produced the most beautiful, beautiful race of person. I mean, Georgian. It's funny. And because all the physical region of the coverage to this, that is that that to this, that in that region, if anywhere it seemed we are fighting with the greatest prodigy or to the place of the prodigies of the original members of mankind. Man, it's the most bullshit I ever heard. And okay, relate to whiteness. In his early racial archetypes, mentally put the forward that Caucasian have the whitest and the the Caucasian have the most whitest, how Caucasian have the most whitest, most blooming and the most delicate skin, meaning they bleed and cut more easily and bleed than any other race. European with darker skin, he considered dirty whites who add mix with Mongols and much invaluable are the repicturement of the early scientific attempted as a racial classification where the skin pigment was recent at the main differences between the races. This review, this review was shared by the French novelist and Joseph Vinley, who believed that Caucasians are. I gotta laugh. I can't believe. I feel sorry for whites, man. They really believe this. You have to laugh, man. I'm not trying to be laughing, but no wonder why they believe it. Who believe that the Caucasians are the palest skinned Europeans? No wonder why they think this. Look at this. And the number one is Aryans. That's in India, but they create a caste system over there in India and making black as the lower class and make white as the highest because of Britain. Because they add mix with the goddamn Mongols. They mix with Turks. That's why they had sex with the African people. You can't tell me they don't. And then you got Shemitic. Shemitic is basically means European and Asians. And then the Africans and Hamitic is Africans. What is the fucking difference? You see what I'm saying? You see how I don't buy into this racism bullshit? It's bullshit. And white folks, y'all better wake up because they are using y'all. They using us just like they using y'all. The Armenian man and Aryan man and Aryanoid type. Yeah, it's bullshit. And then you got the Mediterranean Irish man and Mediterranean type That's Irish. Everybody knows that. There's no different. And then you got the Ethiopians. Ethiopians. Embodiment man and Hamitic type. This is what Ethiopians look like. They closest white than anyone. And then you understand and Iranian type. Yeah, they put all these different features, what they define, and this is supposed to be and then it man and Davidic type. Man, it is so bullshit. I can't believe people believe that. And it tell the chick man and tell the jock kick, tell the doctor man and Benedict type. Ain't penny type. Man, it's so bullshit. And this is what you call Aryan. It's not no blonde hair and no fucking blue eyes. Hindu men and Aryan type. So, but they look like they're dark. They look like they black if you ask me. But this is supposed to be Norway, supposed to be right here, right? Swedish people, right? But if you look at this Hindu man and Aryan type, you know they got some black in blood mixed with the black people, mixed with the so-called Nigerian, Ethiopian, Jamaicans, Haitians, you name it. And this is what you call encodement man and Albedian type, and Albedian type. See, Georgian. I call this bullshit. It's more bullshit when you hear the term African American. I am so sick and tired of this divide between blacks and whites. They need to start telling black people the truth. Black people, you're being used just as much as white folks. Yeah, no wonder they don't want us together. There's a main reason why there's so much divided. But listen to this guy, man, when he said he loved black women, which is nothing wrong with it. This is why black men, I'm going to tell y'all something. We do need to stop talking about black women. I'm going to say this to black women. Y'all need to stop talking about your own men. Black men need to start talking about your own women, because no other race of people do this than black men and black women. But you don't hear that from a white man and no Asian man, no Latino man disagree their women, because they know black men don't own anything. Black women are not fucking stupid. The much they get education, and how many people that know, if you look at a Spelman, that's the John D. Rockefeller, that's his wife, owner that school from Spelman. I bet you they don't know nothing about that. I bet you they don't even know who the Rothschild is. They're the most wealthiest family. So fuck the elite. Fuck the white elite. Fuck the black elite. If they would start telling everybody the damn truth, we wouldn't be in this fucking mess. Fuck them. But y'all sisters, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all scared. Y'all too afraid. But y'all can talk about anything else. But y'all didn't say a word when Winnie Houston got shot. I mean, Winnie Houston got killed or got murdered by whatever her name is, Brandy. And Brandy was wrong because she could have really helped out that sister when she needed. And whatever his name is, Clyde Davis, he's another motherfucking snake. Fuck him too. Do you think Clyde Davis give a damn about Winnie Houston? I don't think not. So y'all black women, y'all better wake up, because y'all been lied to. Because go look at this man named French Forward. This motherfucker right here. Go look him up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. You won't get white guys speak about this, because they know the banking system been run by them. And they also stole money from Africa. Don't tell me they don't, because they probably do. And don't think they ain't standing with the Ku Klux Klan, also known as the original Night Templars anyway. I wouldn't stand the Nation of Islam if they descendants of the Moors. In discussion.
The reasons for me to make Why Do I Like Black Girls series is to uplift the black women, so they know that they're loved, that they're appreciated. Because so many times in society nowadays, black women are overlooked. The most powerful women that I've ever met in my life have been black women. Now, I'm not saying that to hurt any other type of race. See, I'm white. I love all types of races. I personally feel that everyone in this world is beautiful. That humans are humans. We all have emotions. We all have love. We all make mistakes. We all just do things that we regret. We all do things that are beautiful. So I know that humans are humans. But to me, my preference is I love black women because they go through things on a normal day that most people do not go through, that most white women do not go through.
That's the biggest damn lie. When he said that white women went through a couple of stuff, but why is it that when you look at the term feminist, I'm going to show you something. Feminist wasn't meant for black women. Look what it says when you hear the word feminist. Look what it says. And I'm going to expose feminists with what they really about and why white women ain't speaking about this. You mean to tell me these white bitches don't know this stuff just as much as these black bitches don't know about this? I bet you they don't know. Look what it says. Feminist is a rent of a movement and analyze that sharing the common goal to the define and the postament and achieving equal political and economy and cultures and personal and social rights for women, which is nothing wrong with that. They reward for that. That's fine. But why is it created of a damn man? They should have thanked the man created that, a Frenchman on top of that. This include in seeking to postament and equal rights for women in education and employed a feminine advocate or support the rights and equal of women. Feminist movement have campaigned and continue to campaign for women's rights, including the right to vote, to hold public office, to work, to earn fair wages or equal pay, to own a property, to education, to enter a contest, to have equal rights within the marriage. You know what that means? That means they can get the half and half better than other half. We all know women gonna get more than a guy because let's be honest. Women been put on this earth to have kids. They more than that. I love women. Don't get me wrong. But where are these so-called feminist women at when all this stuff was reoccur? They were nowhere to be found. And I bet you white guys don't say nothing about that. I bet you they don't say nothing about that. They can talk about everybody else, but soon when you say something about them, they get angry. But that tells you right there you've been lied. Our women don't want to admit they've been lied to, and they know they have. They don't want to admit. One thing I say about this though, raping women is wrong. It's wrong. Women don't like it rough. That's why I'm against rough sex. Rough sex came from rape. This is why I'm against it. It's best to make love to a woman. But we all know women like it rough and tough. That's why a lot of rapists think that women like it rough, which is not true. But you see, if you watch the porno industries, women always say, spank me, daddy, and pop me, daddy. That some women like to be choked, like to be spit on. I'm telling you, there are women out there like this. But there are women out there who want to be hold hands and make love. Women don't even stick together like they should. So that goes to tell you feminist is a joke. And to have and surely leave, feminists have also working to promote embodiment, unmedicated and integrity, and to protect women and girls from rape, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. But they got to start getting better men. Just like men need to start get to the better women. Men and women both guilty of this. They both. And I can't believe it came from a man. Instead of it came from a woman. It'd be great this feminist came from a woman. But it wasn't. It came from behind a goddamn guy. And sexually harassed and domestic violence. Feminist campaigns are generally and consistent to be one of the main of forces behind a major in history and social change for women's rights, and partly in the West, where they are near and university and credit with having achievements, women suffering, and genders initially in the English and producing rights for women, including assistance to decreditability and abortion, and to the rights to enter into a contest and own a property. All through the feminist and advocate is and have been mainly the focus on women's rights. Some feminists, including bell hooks argue for including of men liberation within its aims because of men are also harmed by tradition gender roles. Because guess what, guys, y'all allowed this to happen. Because if you didn't want raping no women and put your hands on them, this is how you're gonna stop feminists. Until you need to stop put your hands on women, stop harassing them, stop pressuring for sex, let them come and they give you something. If she's not the girl for you. And ladies, same thing. Y'all need to quit harassing men. And y'all need to put your hands on men. Y'all need to make sure make sure to pressure men to get marry you. Make sure you the right kind of girl if the one he saw with. If you're not kind of right girl, he's not gonna marry you. If you're not the right man for supposed to be married to spend time, you don't need it. You need the right man that's gonna be there for you, and men need to be a right woman to be there for him. So men and women need each other at the end of the day. But they don't want to talk about that. They're talking about everybody else, but they don't want to talk about it. And it's really gonna hurt females with their career, and that deep down they want to have children. They do. I'm telling you, it's sad. It's sad that women become feminized. I mean, women become masculized. They masculize. Women act like guys now. But guess what, guys? Y'all let it happen. Things take a granted. Just like women allow to happen why these men acting feminine. And they wonder why. These boy rich kind of guys out here. And why the gays get blamed for that. Which is regained from feminist movement aiming to understand the nature of of genders and equal it by exploiting of women's social role in living experience. It having labs of theories in a variety of discipline in order to respond to the issue, much as the social interest of genders. Some form of feminists have been criticized for taking into account only white, and middle class, and education person professionals. This criticized led to the create of initiative and especially or multicultural form of feminism. Yeah, came from French Forward, people. It came from damn French Forward. It came from this guy. This guy, a utopian socialist, a French philosophy. I thought it came from a woman, but it wasn't. So that's the case. Women need to thank men for that. It's sad, man. It's sad that, that women, they do all this marching for nothing. They do all this protest, all this voting, and women still are not being seen as equal. But I believe a group of men run in power, even if they have a woman president, they're going to make sure she's going to have a lot of men around her, because they know if women all working together, it's that women can't get along, or they trying to work a favor against men, and it just like said, men work a favor against women. But at the end of the day, they need each other. Why? That's not been talking about. You got a lot of our folks, and blacks and whites and all the rest of them are afraid to say it. Y'all better look at reality for what it is. If y'all can't do that, y'all need to get rid of these bullshit television of the goddamn Empire and Love of Hip Hop. All that shit is fake. All that shit is fucking fake. It's fake. And I got my damn sister watch that goddamn bullshit. Because why? They miserable. That's why they watch it. They watch it because they know that black women are not happy. They know they angry. Look, let me say this. I know I'm angry, but what can you do? We're being lied to. If black men been lied to and black women been lied to, that means white men and white women been lied to. But the thing is, they're not gonna say nothing. Let me say to this. They try to ain't nothing wrong with white guys loving black women. There's nothing wrong with that. But look at the show Scandal. They are basically telling that the black woman is a whore. That's what they're saying. That a black woman having sex with a goddamn white president and make it basically she's a white man's whore. White guys were the first baby daddies. They're the first drug dealers, the first murderers before black men ever done that. But I'm sick and tired of white guys acting like they ain't done shit, knowing they have. But y'all don't got nothing to say. Oh, I forgot. Y'all afraid of the Ku Klux Klan because you know they'll kill your ass. Same thing, our folks are afraid of the nation of motherfucking Islam. We know they'll kill our asses. I'm going to say to this. Black men and black women, regardless y'all have issues or not, y'all need each other. I don't care if you date other races. Don't think they're going to treat you no different. They're going to treat you just as much the same. And that includes the white community too. White people, just because you date outside your race, you might say, well, I'm not a racist. Well, they're going to still classify you as a racist or not. Because of this scientific racism that the white elite did. And then you got the black elite. They work their behalf against the people that own the people agenda. To be serving for whites and not serving for their own people. Whites serving their people, but why blacks ain't serving their own people? But they know black people, we don't get along. It's sad, and this supposed to be a John B. babyface, baby perm, baby wipe ass motherfucking baby wipe, John B. John motherfucker. I mean, I get tired of dudes always say, well, I love all women, but this tension between black men and black women, it got to stop. It's got to stop because it's been going on for too long. It's been going on since the 1970s. No, better yet, it go on in the 1960s. But thanks to this shit, the feminist shit came from a one man, this goddamn fucking Frenchman, this motherfucking utopia and socialist. But nobody wants to talk about that though. You don't never hear black women speak about this man. I bet you won't hear white bitches speaking about this man. They don't got nothing to say about that. They are quiet as a goddamn fucking church mouse, and they kept on going. They don't have nothing to say about that. Yeah, you keep living a lie all you want to. White guys, y'all not special. Y'all fucked up just as much as every other man. Y'all do shit. What y'all feared that damn, it's not about us anymore. No, that's what y'all afraid of. They did a study. They said in 2050 the world is going to be brown. There was a song called Rash Cash. It was called The Nature of the Threat. Nature of Threat. If you listen to the song, he said that's why they worry about the future. That's why they worry about the future now. In 2050 and 60. And that the whole population going to be black and brown. Look what it said in the damn song. That came out in 1996. That came out 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And it's true then, it's true now. Y'all made me sick. There's a rapper named Rash Cash. He did a song, and he's a West Coast rapper. It was called Nature of the Threat. And that song that he did was 90% is 100 true what the Europeans did. Whites know this. That's why they so afraid to say this goddamn stuff. I don't see white men hanging on the goddamn trees. What did I see? I see black men hanging on trees. Dark skin complexion. Now some say mulattoes hang on trees. Some say whites hang on trees. Now they saying it now. But they didn't say this years ago. Slavery is wrong. Yeah, slavery is wrong, people. We got to stop it before it's too late. But we got to do it together. And whites need to do it together right along with the people. Because if they don't, it's going to keep on doing it. Because I'm trying to find out what he said. He said it in one of the lyrics. He said it. He said it in one of the goddamn lyrics. He said it right here. Black gene is dominant and white genes is recessive. This is why they don't want black men having sex with white women. Hell, they don't even want us with our own damn women. And they know they're not right. They know they're not wrong. I mean, they know they're not right. They know they wrong. They know they wrong for doing the shit they do. But when somebody did that shit to them, they got a problem with that. When white guys, when y'all gonna learn everything ain't always about you. It's about you, but it's about everybody else. If guess what? If you say you been a so-called nig, you a nig too. You are no different. Once white people get dirty, they become dirty whites. Where they interact with blacks. And they know it. That's why blacks are the most forgiving race. We get along with every other race. But have you noticed that they don't get along with us? I noticed by Asians and goddamn whites and Mexicans, all the rest of them, they do not get along with blacks because they know blacks don't control no banks. And black women are aware of it, even if she don't want to say it or not. White guys are aware of it. Latino men, Asian men are aware of it. Even black men are aware of it. I hear it from black men many times. The most freest people in the world, white men, white women, and black women. Why? Because they put her up there. Black women know what it is. They not dumb. They know what it is. But to this day, they still afraid. Y'all better say it because any other sister will say this. Come on. Because we're going to talk about black men, they need to talk about all men. Now, black men do shit too, because I call brothers out doing fucked up shit. But they need to call out these goddamn white guys out. Because they know special. They need to call these white women out and any other women. I am just so sick and tired of hearing about black men can't, praise their own women. And they know why black community messed up. They know why. Look what it says. Okay, look what it says right here. Look what it says. White to be predominant means survive as a race. Then okay. Whites expect to be predominant means survive as a race. Then they simply must take the precaution. That's why they worry about the future now. And because by 2050, almost of all the world population will be black and will be brown and black. Understand that white overcounts react. Yeah, look what it says in the record. And this is called Rash Cash. He did this song years ago, and he was right then. But I'm gonna make a video for this because I'm getting tired of what they say. Because they said in 2050. They did a study fact about race. So blacks is not 13 and 14 fucking % of population. Why would they worry about a group of people to vote? Why? Why would they gonna tell people they can't read, they can't write? Why? Because we created reading and writing? It's gotta be. It gotta be. You white motherfuckers, y'all hiding something. And when I find out y'all do, this explains a lot. Y'all gonna get that blood off your damn hands. Who came up? They kill me with that shit. They look at me as a racist. But go at Charles Darwin. Go at Adolf Hitler. Go at all the folks. Now, I'm not with the Niche Islam. They're hypocrites. Just as much as the damn... As Ku Klux Klan and the Aryan Brotherhood, they ain't helping the cause. But white people know they can't do without blacks, and blacks know they can't do without whites. They got to help each other together. Shit, white men and white women need each other, regardless they have issues or not. I don't know why we do this. We do this all the time. You will never hear me downgrade my own race of women. But why is it that black women downgrade their own men? The men you have a problem to, you need to go after the so-called street dudes that got your ass in this situation. And you know who the race of men I'm talking about. But y'all don't want to do it. You want the men to do it for you. No. He got you knocked up. He got you pregnant. You need to go after him. But I am just sick and tired of hearing. Because they said 2050. They said the world is going to be brown. They openly said it that we're more than they are. Brown is still black. It's just only mixed between white and black. They openly admit it. They said that. That tell you right there. Whites telling off themselves. They tell you what they think. They're telling you. This shit really do piss me off, man. I'm gonna show you this. Please listen to this. Please listen. In 2050 and 60s, this is what the future is going to be. I hope you listen.
When a nation comes together to help a city recover, and Goldman Sachs joins the effort to help, a community gets the. Let's talk about the year 2060. I thought this story was really interesting. Pew Research has done a little study they're calling the next America, basically what America's demographics are going to look like in the year 2060. Now, I read a book recently, 2030 by Albert Brooks, and basically it's everything that he predicted, but they're saying it's going to take an extra 30 years. So let's look at some stuff here. Okay, so this is the racial breakdown and how it's going to change massively. And you're one of these white people that want to only be around white people. You're not going to be happy in 2060.
Yeah, they telling off themselves. Look what they said right here. And the percent of the total U.S. population by race and ethnicity in 1990 and 1960, 4%. That's others. 10% is what? 10% is black. And 85%, that's white. So, okay, look what it is in 2010. 5%, that's Asians. 16% is Latino, even though they 4% in 1960. All right. And 12% is black. And look what it is in 2060. That means it's going to be 43%. That means they all the way down to 50, and what might happen be going to be 20% or 7%. That's going to be even more lower. So that tell you right there we're not 13, 40, fucking 14% of the motherfucking population. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing this dude and everybody else, and they know the truth. If white people like this, they just like milk in some ways. If you pour a glass of milk and you pour chocolate milk, who's going to be more dominant than the other? The chocolate milk instead of the white milk. Otherwise, you wouldn't have chocolate milk. Without the milk, how you going to create the chocolate? That's what I'm trying to make a point. Black women are aware of this. Black men are aware of this. Latino men are aware of this. Asian men are aware of this. Latino women are aware of it. Asian women are aware of it. Every other race of women. White women are aware of it, but especially white men. White men are the only race of men talking about we don't want nobody to interact with our women. Who you think they concerned? It's always the black guys. Why? Because they're afraid they're going to be wiping the earth. Not exactly. You will never hear black men telling white men to stay away from black women. Because white men going to interact with those women anyway. Nobody says shit. I'm going to show you this before I go. They got Italian men had 80 wives. And you would think this is a black man. No, this is a white man. Black women, where y'all at when this Italian man had 80 wives? Y'all don't say shit. Y'all ain't say a damn thing. It could happen to any man, but it was Italian man. It was a white man have 80 wives. He had 80 wives. It could be black men too, but white men the same way. They didn't say shit when that white guy was living with four sisters. They didn't say nothing. White men didn't say nothing because they've been doing this for years, and white women didn't say nothing. I'm gonna show you this. Go look them up. This man had 80 wives. But let it be a black guy do shit like that, they talk about it. Usually you think African men do this. But white guys do this well. Asian men, all race of men have multiple women. Even if they got lower sperm or not. But some might higher than black men. But listen to this.
This is Warren Jeffs, the leader of a polygamous cult. He's rumoured to have at least 80 wives, over 200 children, and some 10,000 followers who consider him a prophet.
Wow.
But he's also on the FBI's most wanted list with a bounty on his head. The man is a despot, the man is a criminal, and we have not been successful in locating him. He's wanted for charges of arranging marriages between underage girls and older married men. And now, Jeff's nephew is alleging that he was raped by him when he was 5. He said this is God's will and this is only for you to be done him. Officials believe that he might sacrifice his followers in a Waco-style suicide pact. Jeff says stockpiled weapons, thousands of rounds of ammunition, and dynamite. He's on the run. But where is the man with 80 wives?
Nobody said nothing about this, and this is a white guy. This is a motherfucking white guy. Usually you hear African men do this. African men. The first thing they think 80 wives, they think of a black guy. Yeah, but there's white guys do this as well. And it goes to show you that polygamy is wrong. I'd rather have one wife instead and have a lot of them. It just goes to show you black women why y'all didn't say nothing then about this guy had 80 wives. I bet you this white guy, where is he? That guy that trying to say he loved black women, which is nothing wrong with that. Like I said again, black women felt like they're not being loved. They're being loved, but they got to love themselves just as much as black men got to love themselves. And I'm tired of this whole tension between black men and black women thing. It's getting old. It needs to end. It needs to fucking end. It needs to end. I love y'all to death. But when y'all gonna learn every other race of men do wrong to women, even including you? It ain't black men ain't the only one. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. You will never hear me say, oh, white women, a black woman only one messing up. There's white girls messed up. There's Asian women messed up. There's women messed up, period. This is why people need to start doing right with people. Go look this guy up. The man who had 80 wives. And this is an Italian man. You look like an Italian man or a French man on that. I don't like the double standard. I don't like the double standard when it comes to us as men. I get tired. They don't want to see us with shit. They don't want to see us with our own women, other race of women. And I'm going to say this. If you don't like black men, fuck y'all. You don't like us, we don't like you. Fuck you. Black men are not perfect. Don't get me wrong. White men ain't perfect either. They messed up too. But we got to come together as a whole. Black women, y'all not perfect. Y'all messed up. Y'all say things, and y'all need to learn by y'all mistakes. White women, y'all need to learn about your mistakes because y'all white bitches say shit a lot of stuff in ways. And I don't care if people get offended because something needs to be said. And I'm getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of people say, well, there are brothers out there that don't even have any goddamn kids. But you know what they're trying to do? They get you to take care of somebody else's kids, but you can't get your own goddamn kids. That's what they're doing. They need to start dating people who got kids just like them, and start dating people who don't got kids need to start dating the ones who don't got kids. The problem was solved. Dudes, control your sperm. That goes to white men, Asian men, Latino men, all men. Especially black men, because if they're gonna talk about black men doing problems, yeah, black men are fucked up. Don't get me wrong; they need to get their act, but white guys need to get their act together too. Asian men, all of them. Black women need to get their act together just as much as white women need to get their act together. Everybody need to get their act together. Period. But I love all of y'all. I love black. I love white. I love everybody. Yeah, I'm a cool, swelling guy. But we need to stop putting each other down and come together as a whole and come together all the turning as a whole to a unified unity for everybody. All right? That's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back to the Basic. Struggle to do society with the text, baby. Until next time, all right? All right, peace, I'm out. 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 Peace.